Hey guys, welcome into Edie's Attic. My name is Jenny and I'm here with your weekly love energy message. I was channeling the song Good by Better Than Ezra this morning. The song, it's sitting around the house, watching the sun paint shadows on the floor, looking for signs of life, but there's nobody home. I don't know. I'm just like, that's the song that's been playing in my mind all morning as I've been doing stuff and getting ready. I'm getting like this. Here's what I'm getting for the masculine in this reading today. I'm getting someone that is stir crazy, someone that may be spending a lot of time alone, someone that may be just feeling a lot of anxiousness and or anxiety and um like they're having like a lot of boredom and they are trying to figure out how to get themselves out of this like energy, out of this rut. Like they're sitting in their house, but it's like they're almost afraid to step outside the house and to speak what they need to speak and to do what they need to do. They're kind of holding themselves captive. So Side note, this morning I received finally my new Oracle deck that I ordered. I was super excited. I've been waiting for this for like over a week and it came. It's from Spiritual Infusion 1111. It's the Neon Awakening. This is the head card, Neon Awakening deck. And I shuffled, I pre-shuffled, I prayed over them, and I was super excited. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be using that today because I do like to look at my cards and understand them a little bit better before just jumping in. But it got the best of me. I was really curious and I started shuffling for fun and the two cards flew out. So I'm going to start the reading with these two cards. The first card that came out is Magician. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So we have like this energy of like a trickster spirit juggling multiple choices at this time. So this is like leading me back to this masculine energy who's like stir crazy in his house. And I'm getting like this guy, this masculine, is going back and forth between choices. Like he's going like, I could go this way, I could go that way. I really, really want to reach out to Divine Feminine, but I have this other thing going for me. So maybe I just put her, off to the side for a little while longer. So the interesting thing that I'm picking up with this masculine, the magician here, is he's super smart though. He's clever. He really is a pre-planner. He plots things out and he looks at how it's going to end up, almost where it's going to benefit him the most, what has the least amount of risk. So he's definitely someone that is really, really overthinking his next move. And because he's juggling possibly several options, not that he's entertaining these options yet, but he has in his mind set several options. That is what is causing this energy of anxiety. He is creating his own anxiety within his mind, trapped in his mind, in his house, by himself, because he is unable to execute a move. He doesn't know what to do next because while he is trying to do this the way he does with everything else in his life, figuring it out very, very methodically, his thoughts and his heart keep being pulled and drawn back to you. And you don't make sense with his methods. You are not making any sense in how this is going to play out. Like what he knows is the right move, what is the next obvious move in his life, he can't do because for some reason his heart is stopping him. So I'm like literally picturing this masculine just sitting down on the couch, turning on the TV, watching something for a minute, getting up, going to the kitchen, making himself something to eat, taking a bite, walking downstairs, maybe doing some like lifts on a bench, and then walking back upstairs, looking out the window, thinking for a minute, sitting back down in front of the TV. Like, this guy is stir crazy. So let's jump in and let's get a little bit of information regarding the feminine in this situation. Can you tell us about the feminine's energy right now? What does she need to know? What is the feminine? Feminine's energy. Okay, so first card out, we have thoughts. It says, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about you, and you are the one for me. Then we have missing you. And we have thankful. We may not be together right now, but my heart misses you dearly. I am thankful to have you in my life for both the small and the large things that you do. So you are also thinking about this masculine. The masculine that you are heavily in your thoughts about at this time, someone that crosses your mind at least once a day, but I'm feeling that it happens more than once a day. This is the masculine in which this reading is regarding. This is the magician. This is the man, the masculine, the male or masculine energy that is stir crazy because of you. And you are missing them too. You are sitting there wondering, when are they going to finally have the courage to reach back out to me? Should I reach out to them? Maybe I should just call them. They're not calling me. Maybe I should make the first move. Spirit's saying no. Do not make the first move. This is something that this masculine has to do on his own, by his own accord. He has to know that he's making this decision. By you making the first move and initiating this contact with this person, you're taking that choice away from them, like where they feel that they made this choice on their own, and they're going to be pushed further down this rabbit hole of confusion. Spirit is saying just to sit tight and let things happen naturally, where the masculine will come to some kind of aha moment, if he does, and reach back out to you. So what is the divine feminine? What is the advice for her right now? Like, what is she supposed to do in the meantime? Because obviously divine feminine's heart and thoughts are heavily on this masculine. What should she do? Obviously she's not going to wait around forever for this man to make up his mind in regards to her. She doesn't want to be an option. She wants to be the first choice. So what does she do? Let me go to this one. Spirit's like, not that deck. Strategizing. Putting together an offer you cannot refuse. Planning their next move. I just keep getting sit tight. It feels like this is torture. So it feels like torture for the divine feminine in this reading. It feels like you're just sitting there suffering in silence because you want to reach out so badly. You have everything in you, like to just call this person, to text this person, to initiate some kind of conversation with them because you miss them so much. But you keep stopping yourself, and that is your spirit guides. That's your gut instinct telling you, stay put. Let this person work it out themselves. They're going to figure this out. And this person strategizing, we have this man just sitting in this chair, sitting around the house, watching the sun paint shadows on the floor. Like, he's just sitting there, he's strategizing, but he can't come up with the proper plan. He's trying to put an offer together for you, but he keeps like almost like sabotaging his own ideas because he keeps getting caught up in the method. He keeps getting caught up in like coming up with the perfect plan. This is a perfectionist. I am heavily getting that this person really has their life figured out to a T. Every little thing that they do in their life is very, very planned. And so this is how it's going when it comes to this relationship. They're not leading with their heart right now. They're leading with their mind, and their heart keeps on pulling them to just say something. Go on, go talk to her. Just say something to her. And his head keeps pulling back in, like, nope, I can't do it this way. Maybe if I just do this, or perhaps I'm over feeling this situation. I'm too much in my feels. I'm not comfortable with this. I need to really think this through. He is literally sabotaging. Anything else? Tell me more about this divine feminine, please. I keep getting stuff for the masculine, but we have knight in armor. Knight in armor. Says, I want to show you what real love is, protect your heart, and show you an everlasting love. This is a masculine that looks at you as his like queen. Like if he had to pick a queen for his life, you would be it. He places you on a pedestal and you don't even realize it. He wants to protect you. He wants to honor you. He wants to love you. He just doesn't have the courage to say it yet. Anything else about this though, Spirit? Like what is it going to take? Like what? Also, I just want to say really quick before I continue to shuffle any cards, I'm also picking up an energy from the divine feminine right now of a lack of confidence. I'm feeling this heavy, like, feeling of self-criticism, a lack of feeling good about yourself. Like you were doing so good and you were in such a good mind space for such a long time. But something this last month or so has shifted in your mind space. And I think it has a lot to do with this person not reaching out, where you're starting to look at yourself differently. You're starting to judge yourself more. You're starting to be really self-critical about your appearances, about your personality, about, maybe your clothing, your makeup, your hair, your body shape, your friend groups, your home, like how you present yourself. You're in this horrible funk right now. And if this resonates with you, then this is definitely your reading of feeling like this lack of confidence based on another person's interest in you. And I feel really bad. I understand how this feels, where you feel like you're lacking something. And Spirit wants you to know that you could live in a box on the side of the river. You could be dressed in like the scrubbiest, dirtiest clothes. You could smell to high heavens. And this masculine still thinks that you are the cream of the crop. You are a queen. So you need to get yourself out of your funk and get out of your head about not being enough because someone isn't speaking to you. And find the strength to do whatever you need to do right now to look at yourself from a different perspective and to realize how absolutely wonderful and amazing and beautiful you are inside and out. And that anyone that would be in a connection with you should be and would be very, very blessed and grateful because you are a good person before anything else. You have a heart of gold. So that had to be said. Spirit wanted me just to take a minute to say that to you. If you needed to hear that, I hope it really, really hits home for you and that you realize how beautiful you truly are. I am going to pull from, so we're going to use the new deck. Bear with me. This is the first time, obviously that I'm using it today. I'm so excited. I love new decks. But let's see. Anything else, Spirit, that we need to know? Okay, we have 4 cards that popped out. The first one we have here, Piscean energy. Number 18, we have the moon. It says confusion, hidden truth, deception, fear, illusion, intuition, emotional, mystery. Let's see what the other ones are. Okay, we have 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So let's see, we have 2 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So these cards definitely validate the message that I have been talking about this entire reading. We have someone here who is literally in like this mysterious energy. They're in confusion. They are deliberating. Is that the word? I think they're deciding between choices within their own like confusion. And with the Knight of Cups here, this is like someone that he may be a player, someone that has always been a player, someone that always likes to play his cards right. I'm getting like he wants to make sure, like, again, he's just has to have everything perfect. And for some reason, his mind doesn't think that you guys would connect and make the perfect pair, but his heart feels that you're everything and that you are the queen. But I really do feel like with this card here, that this and the whole strategizing, that this masculine is literally in the process right now of coming up with some kind of love offer, love message. They're going to be reaching out with some kind of message to you and trying to ignite this flame again. Let's just see if there's anything else Spirit wants us to know in regards to this. Okay. We have the Six of Swords in reverse, which is level of secrecy, travel, tough conversations, moving on, progress. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is change, karma, destiny, opportunity, winning, turn of events in reverse. Anything else? Seven of Wands. This is like defending yourself and protecting yourself, putting your guard up. That is like your energy right now. Oh, that makes sense. This masculine doesn't think that you're going to be very receptive of him coming back around. That's why strategizing this plan to reach out to you has been such a difficult process for him. Because he thinks that you have put your boundaries up. You have set such a high wall up around you in regards to him. He is not quite sure how he's not sure how he's going to get through this wall with you. He has played every scenario out in his mind, and he just doesn't think it's going to happen. So he's trying almost to force himself to move on from you because it's just the logical thing to do. I'm not going to sit here and keep spinning my wheels and trying to reach back out to Divine Feminine if she wants nothing to do with me. I'm crazy. I'm crazy in love. Like, I want her. I know she's my counterpart. I know I'm drawn to her. I know our hearts connect. But she doesn't want anything to do with me, is what his mindset is. And that might be exactly what you have done. Maybe you did put walls up. And maybe perhaps you are very guarded with this person for whatever reason. To you, you had to be. But he wants to come back through. He's trying so hard with everything in him to just move on. He's looking at these other options. Maybe this option will get my mind off of her. Maybe if I do this, I can just live my life and be happy, knowing that she's happy, and move on, and we'll all be happy, and that'll be the end of it. I'll never have to think about divine feminine again. But then here he goes, sitting in his house alone, especially when he's alone and not around people, is when he gets caught up in his feelings and his love for you. And he starts strategizing again. How do I get through those walls? Do I build a rope ladder and throw it over and climb over and see if she'll let me in? Do I send a pigeon over there with a little message tied to his foot to see if she'll read it? He's coming up with every idea in the book, and he just can't figure out a way to get through. Spirit's saying, despite what has happened, it would be in your best interest to let your guard down. Be receptive. Be open. Because Spirit knows, deep down, you want this too. You can't think of anything else. You are also in this energy of wanting to let go of this person, let go of the thought of them. But every single day, you cannot help but think of them at least once. That says something. You have to look at yourself and say, why do I keep thinking of this person? Am I obsessed? Am I crazy? Is probably what you're asking yourself. No. You are in love. And so are they. It's just this very awkward energy dynamic now from everything that has happened through the past up to this point, that the both of you are almost you're at a standoff. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I put up my walls. I don't know how to get over her walls. It's what do we do now? How do we move forward? And that is what this divine masculine is currently planning. I'm going to pull one more card just to wrap it up. And then if we have time, maybe some letters for confirmation for names and whatnot. We have timeline jumping. There's going to be a shift. If it hasn't already happened, or you're in the midst of this shift right now. You had a little bit of a setback with the lack of confidence and the self-doubt and the self-criticism. And he had the same exact feelings as you with the self-doubt and the self-criticism and the woulda, shoulda, couldas. When you finally come to a place where you're back on top again in your mentality, and you're feeling that glow again, and you're feeling confident within yourself, and you finally are going to be in this energy of, I'm me again. I feel good about me. I love me despite anyone else out there. I love me. Is right around the exact same time. This is what Spirit's saying. The exact same time that this masculine who's strategizing is finally going to come up with a surefire plan that he thinks is a surefire plan. He's finally going to have the confidence to come forward and to reach back out to you. It's going to be very, very much aligned. And at that point, there's going to be a shift. When you two finally reconnect and speak, and that flame is ignited again back in your soul and their soul, the two of you will be timeline jumping. Your whole entire timeline is going to change from that point forward. And it's going to be changing for the better. That is why Spirit is so adamant about you letting down your guard and allowing this person to have some way to come back through to you to speak, because this is going to be a love you don't want to walk away from. Let me pull a few letters. Okay, so let's pull a few letters and we will wrap it up. I'm getting 7. So we'll do 7 letters. We have N. We have J. We have another J. So 2 J's and an N. That's funny. My name's Jen. We have an A. E. I. And I pulled one more because I got double J's. Q. IQ. And L. Cello. We do actually have the word Jen, Jane, Jan, Jill, Lena, Anna, no, Anne, Nell, Jalen. So that is your reading for today. I really hope it reached the right people and it resonated with you. If it did make sense and you felt like this was your reading, please comment below and like. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.